Hi and welcome to the Free.volous webisodes. Today I'm bringing you the laziest, less coverage makeup routine that you will probably find on the internet. And yeah, this is the makeup routine that I do on those very lazy days. I don't want to bother with a lot of makeup. I just want to get out of the door, do a couple of errands or do a couple of hours work and then go back, so I don't need a lot of longevity. I need a bit of skincare protection, of course, a tiny bit of coverage, but for the most part it's just very, very basic, simple, and not too covering or concealing of a makeup. It's just kind of a perk me up without a lot of effort. Hardly any tools used. And yeah, the only thing I take with me to retouch if I want, it's my powder foundation, which I'll talk about, and maybe a bit of a lip product. But other than that, it's very quick, simple and lazy, like I am most of the times. Without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. Just let me remind you that I'm a non-monetized YouTuber, so if you want to stick around, subscribe, you would make me so happy, but so happy, and I mean, of course. And leave me your comments down below with your tips and tricks for, you know, this kind of lazy makeup where you just want something, but not something. I don't know how to describe it. This is so basic. Yeah, no views for this one, I bet. Thanks for watching, and let's jump into the tutorial. Bye! So I'm starting with Cicapair Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment by Dr. Jart, and this is a cream that has SPF 30, and it's a mix of a calming balm for your skin when it's irritated, and it has a tint to it, a green tint that slightly tones down the redness. So it's up my nose, no need. It's kind of just a one-step thing that I do. It sort of replaces my moisturizer if I wanted to, but it can also be applied over it, and despite being a thick cream, I don't find it greasy at all, curiously enough. Am I going to stop wasting product on areas of my face that don't need it? So yeah, here it is. It gives a bit of a glow, but it's not too terrible. Now, after this, I can go with a very simple version in which I just apply a tiny bit of concealer, or I can go with something like a BB cream. This again is Dr. Jart, but yeah, I'm just going to take the smallest bit, and again, all fingers, no tools. And I don't do it on my forehead because, you know, I have fringe. If you're new here, hi, I have fringe, so I don't take the product up my forehead because it will get really dirty. And I just use the tiniest amount, but my skin is pretty even. I'm just going to go with a bit of concealer. Let's keep it a bit more affordable. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, or Instant Anti-Age The Eraser Eye, depending on where you purchase it. And I'm just going to take the teeniest bit on the inner area of my eyes, and I'm going to, again, fingers, pat it on. What's left on my finger, I bring it on my lid just to tone down that darkness there, and I'm just pressing the product in place. I'm not just rubbing it around. And again, what's left on my finger, on the eye. A little bit more. There you go. So now I'm using the same concealer on these areas of more redness. So these are defunct blemishes that are going away, but they're leaving their trace behind, and I'm just going to go over those areas and again pat on with a finger. Oh, sorry, hungry. This is not going to hyper conceal. I could go with a creamier concealer like the NARS, but to be honest, it's just not happening today. but it's an option if you need extra coverage and if you're not comfortable, which you should be comfortable in your own skin. To add that little extra bit of coverage and long-lasting ability to my products, because these are all creams, my skin tends to get a bit oilier throughout the day, and yeah, it starts to pull any products apart. I love the creamy finish, but I need to apply a bit of powder over it, and I'm going to use, this is old as time, in makeup years. This is the Studio Fix powder by MAC. It's a powder foundation basically, and I'm just pressing it on, especially on the areas where I put my hands on my face, which I unfortunately do a lot, and here on the center of my face. So all the lower area of my face, and I'm leaving my eyes alone and the highlighter area alone. Just pressing it in. And this is the only tool I use on these days. It's the powder brush. And buff it in after pressed on. And this is my skin, guys. This is my skin. Again, with the same powder brush, I'm going to take a bit of bronzer. This is the Kiko. This was a limited edition. The Mini Divas Baked Bronzer. Shout out to Kiko's bronzers, especially the limited edition ones. And I'm just bringing a little bit of color to my face. Tiniest bit, hardly noticeable. But just to bring back a bit of dimension. Again, I don't look like I'm made up, so that's not where I'm going for. What I'm going for. Highliner by Marc Jacobs. Oh, cream on my hands. This is going to take a while. Okay. And I'm going to just apply to the inner rim of the eye, the top inner rim. I could go with or without mascara. I'm going to go with today just because you are here, and I want to show you all the steps. This is the Clinique Lash Power Mascara, which with the gentlest of touches and just rolling it along the root of the lashes, it looks so natural. I don't take it all the way out. The light keeps changing. So yeah. I'm just rolling this along the roots. And I don't bring it all the way out. There you go. Brow gel, tinted brow gel, Essence Make Me Brow. You know this one by heart. And yeah, it just gives a bit of a shape and it tints my brows. I sometimes use the Maybelline brow tattoo, and on those days I don't need to do this. I just leave it there, but it has rubbed off. I'll reapply it tonight probably. And last step, lips. When I'm in this kind of situation where I don't want to do a lot, I just go with a bit of gloss, a clear balm, something like that. And I'm giving the Skin Chemist's London extremely expensive lip plumper a bit of a run for its money. So I'm using it. I'm using it. I'm not going to let this bitch expire. And I'm using just a tad bit instead of trying to apply a whole lot to my lips. And that's about it. Maybe I take some lipstick sometimes to give just a touch of color. This is by Kiko. It's one of their Glossomer lipsticks. And yeah, I use it sort of like a lip tint. And this is it. I know this isn't the most glamorous tutorial or anything, but this is what I do on my daily basis, and I hope you have enjoyed this, the realness of it. I was thinking of simple ways to amp it up. The simplest of ways is a liquid lipstick, and this will transform your makeup. You will still see some blemishes, but let me just do this, and I'll leave you with this suggestion. So this is it. This is the kind of amped up version of the look. It's just applying a liquid lipstick, in case you're wondering. This is Colourpop misbehaving. And yes, this is all I do, and it automatically looks a bit more Parisian, I would say. And despite letting my sort of flaws show through, I don't mind. Want to stamp it up another notch? You can always pick your highlighter, take a little bit and dab it on the skin and on the center of the eyes. It's so simple, and it takes no time at all, just the time to apply the liquid lipstick, which takes a little bit of precision, but you know what I mean. But yeah, you can amp it up and still look okay, and you don't have all of that coverage on your face, but it still looks pretty nice, slightly polished, and it's one step, one notch above the just plain, but also pretty, simple makeup that I did before. So yeah, please leave your tips and tricks for lazy makeup days and to amp it up just a notch on the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, to share these videos if you know people who may be interested in them, and stick around, watch my other videos, and thank you for being there. Thank you for spending your time on me, and I'll see you on my next video.